man knows that the plants will grow. Plant man knows that the plants will grow. Plant man knows. Plant man. Plant
Plant
Plant man knows where the plants will go. Plant man knows that the plants.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Grady George, and this is a channel update. I haven't done one of those in a while. In fact, I haven't done much uploads for the last 2 weeks. Where have I been? Doing shit almost every day in my live section, okay? Look, I know you guys aren't watching my live shows, okay, at all. Maybe if you're around when I'm on, and maybe you come on there and look at a very inopportune time, and then you just take off or whatever. But no, I'm doing a live show, and very well. You know what I mean? I have to say. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I want to do well with my YouTube channel. There's been no growth. I haven't gotten any new subscribers. I mean, I guess I have. I've lost some subscribers and I've gained some subs. So it's kind of a draw. But the uploads for me and my channel have been doing so much better. But I think I do have a lot of subscribers that don't really know a lot about me because I do a lot of interviews and stuff like that. So if you're curious, head over to the live section. I have 14 night freaks that I do at night. I've got about 10 your morning turns to darkness. Most of all of those I've been doing in the last few weeks. So it's like hours and hours of content. So I would recommend you guys check that out if you are unaware or you're just on the fence. But I think I'm going to get back into uploading more, starting with this update video. If you haven't seen me in a while, that's where I've been. Right now I've got about 4 or 5 Gradytvs in the works. But until I actually get them in the can, I can't really, say when they're going to run. I mean, my thing on Gradytv is that it's just an ongoing project. You know what I mean? I may stop doing them for like months at a time, and it might just pop back up because I don't want to I've decided I don't want to just interview any live streamer just to have interviews. I want to pretty much just interview people I'm interested in, for whatever reason. They could be big streamers. They could be really unknown streamers. The only thing that they have in common is they have my interest. And I do like a wide variety of streamers. That I watch. But right now, I've just been kind of targeting the IP2 crowd mostly. Because I watch a lot of IP2 streamers. But I do watch a lot of other, I would like to tackle the Cobra verse. I would like to tackle a lot of different communities other than IP2. It's like the thing of it is I'm only around in a few different communities, so there's actually people that are very well known, have a lot of viewers that I might be interested in, but I just don't know who they are. I've never heard of them because I'm not in that community or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm always on the lookout for any interesting streamers. So if you got somebody that you think that I might be interested in interviewing, drop me a line and I'll check them out. And if I like them, I'll approach them and see what we can do. I mean, I consider the Gradytvs to be collaborations with the people I'm interviewing, so it's not really like a real straight up, interview. Like I'm kind of like working with them to tell their story a little bit. We don't go over that stuff ahead of time, but I'm not really like I don't guide the interview in any way. Like I've said, if it's a sad interview, the person wanted to give a sad interview. If it's a happy interview, they want. I'm not out here trying to like steer interviews to make people like look bad or cry or make them look good or anything, man. I'm just like interviewing them about their life straight up, and it's pretty much what it is. There's nothing else to it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna have more Grady TVs. They could be tomorrow. It could be next week, next month. I have no idea. It's really out of my control, and like I only have a handful of people that I want to interview right now. So those are the people that I'm, trying to get right now, and it takes me a while to, especially like if they don't know anything about me, and this is the first time I have to build some kind of like little rapport with them, so they know that I'm not just some person trying to make them look bad or something. But I mean, at the end of the day, I want everybody that I've worked with to be happy with the project. I've actually some of the people I've interviewed, I've actually tweaked things in the video and stuff that they you know didn't think accurately portrayed them, stuff like that. So, like I said, these are collaborations, and if you're gonna collaborate with somebody, you gotta like get to know them a little bit, and that's why it takes so much time. Um, but outside of that, I think for my uploads, I've got ideas for three like web series type shows, and I've been floating this idea around in my head for the last few months. I didn't know if I wanted to move on it. Um, but I mean, it just seems like it would be a good idea for content, for me, because I could make a lot of content just like in an hour. I could make a week's worth of content in an hour. You know what I mean? With these, I would probably record a show, for like an hour, and I would split it up into, daily 10 to 12 minute clips on a topic. And I think one of them is like a political show that I'm thinking about doing. I'm approaching somebody about, and another one's like an occult show. And another one is sort of about like a lifestyles type show. Now, whether any of this will happen, I have no idea. I've not even approached anyone with my ideas yet, but because I didn't know if I myself wanted to commit to them, you know what I mean? So now I've decided I want to do this, So now I'm gonna approach people. I get shot down on all three ideas, and there will be no web series to go to, because I'm not just looking for any. I have specific ideas for specific people that I think would be very good. And what I would like to do is like run it on both channels, and so that would give them some content, give me some content. And on top of that, I think it would be really good. You know what I mean? Because what I'm talking about is like it would basically be me and another person intentionally talking about a subject for like 10 minutes, every day, a different topic every day. And I like that idea. Just because I can do it, I can get so much content in so little time, and I think it would be actually, good content, because these aren't going to be like echo chamber type shows where, I necessarily agree with everything we're talking about, so, um, yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. I've been calling into Mormo's channel a lot, so if you don't follow Mormozine and you would like to see me, I'm probably going to be calling into Mormo's show a lot more. I like, we're talking about doing like a movie, Son of Maniac, and I'm really into it. You know what I mean? Like, I got so much shit on my plate that I'm working on, but in the back of my mind, I keep thinking about Son of Maniac. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about like a winter shoot or something, and I want to actually go. We've got a guy that's going to be starring. We don't know if he can act or anything, but it doesn't really matter, you know. And there are some other people that want to be involved, and what I'm calling on is an actual like real movie shoot. You know what I mean? As best as we can do it, on a very shoestring budget. I think a lot of the people involved have equipment that they can do. They have skills they can donate to the project. I mean, really, I think we could do it for like very cheap. You know what I mean? We just have to rent out a few B&B Airbnbs for shooting locations, which technically you're not supposed to do that, but I'm into guerrilla style filmmaking, so this is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? If we have to go down to the supermarket and JJ got to go in there and shoot a scene while the cashier's threatening to call the cops on us, I know we'll have this scene shot by the time the cops get there. So we're just gonna go in, take over. We're gonna shoot the scene, get the fuck out of there. Guerrilla style filmmaking. And if you're interested in working on a movie, let me know. I mean, I will present it to more. I mean, it's kind of like Mormo's thing. You know what I mean? And it might not even originally be his thing, but he's kind of like the ringleader of the whole thing. So I want to be involved, as much as possible. I'm thinking about banging out a script. I don't know if anyone's actually written one yet, but I have an idea, and I think I could bang it out probably in a weekend, easily. Send it out to them, get the ball rolling on this project because I really want. Uh, I really want this project to happen. I mean, I don't even care if anyone sees it. I want to see it. Like, I want to sit down and watch Son of Maniac. So, um, let me see. What else do we got going on here? Oh, I have a Kick channel. I have no followers. I just started it. Uh, Kick.com, Grady George. I have an idea I'm floating in my head for a Kick.com live show that is very Kick oriented. So if you are over on Kick and you like Kick, go ahead and follow me. I don't know exactly when I might do this, but it should be pretty badass. It's one of the first live shows ideas I've had that actually makes sense. Like actually has a point to it. You know what I mean? My morning show is just me ranting about different stuff, and my evening show is mainly just me talking to the chat room. And if people want to call in, they can call in. Um, but on the my Kick.com idea is something that I think would work best on Kick because I think I'm mainly going to be talking about mostly Kick streamers. So I think that's the appropriate venue for that. And I don't think if I do put it on YouTube, it'll probably be as a upload later on. So yeah, please follow me on Kick. If you're interested in that, you'll get that alert when I first go up. But it should be pretty interesting, that show. And I've got a lot of work on that show too. I mean, it's probably going to take me a couple of weeks to get all the graphics and the design down and all that shit. But once I do, I have a very distinct idea on how the show's going to go. And it's just going to be me talking, and I'm probably going to be a lot more shitty. You know what I mean? Like over here on YouTube, I'm kind of mainstream, but I think over on Kick, I'm going to just let it fly a lot more. So if you're into that kind of shit, I mean, that would be the channel to follow me on probably for live stuff. I don't even know if you can upload shit at Kick or not, but even if you could, I don't want to do uploads over there. And again, that's kick.com, Grady George, straight up. You know what I mean? And be on the lookout for that. So I think I'm going to continue with Night Freaks. I don't know if there's going to be a Your Morning Turns to Darkness for a while, but I think I'm committed to a evening show at some point. I mean, I may end up making it a little bit earlier. Right now, I'm usually coming on at 12 midnight to 1 a.m. Uh, Eastern time. So it's very late. So I may end up coming on around 10 p.m. and maybe just doing an hour, especially if I get these other projects rolling, because I just won't have enough time to do like sit there and do like a 3-hour show or something. But anyway, thank you for watching. Be on the lookout for all that stuff, and until next time, I will see you later.